no deal, too real for the label. Don't need money back, still living like Sable. Been on my own for a minute. Used to be nobody, fuck on my vision. Then it all changed when my hits started killing. Front page rockstar games where I'm chilling, goddamn. They thought I was bluffing with bless, but I haven't even really reached my best. Still making hits all day, won't rest. Working so one day I won't be stressed on. Got a lot on my plate, but that's what I love, man, it feels like fate. Always on the verge, trying to make something great. Think I finally made it, I've been at it on my way, yeah. Working every day, I'm stacking wins now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking wins. I've been finally feeling like the man now. Working every day, I'm stacking wins now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking wins now, yeah. I've been finally feeling like the man now. Working every day, I'm stacking bands now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking bands now, yeah. Can't believe I never played a show, but my music found a way to grow. 100K later, I'm living my dreams. Work so long, never sleep, yeah. Popping off Instagram, but they don't credit. If I keep going, then they'll need a medic, yeah. But it's all good though, cause I'm living life how it really should go, yeah. I remember when they gave no shits, only care when I drop all those hits. Had to win the hell, so I pushed myself. Had to learn to do it all, been seeking out like my motivation. I gotta get it when I see it, then mic man, I gotta spit it all day. Working all night, work in the dark, but my future too bright, yeah. Working every day, I'm stacking wins now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking wins. I've been finally feeling like the man now. Working every day, I'm stacking wins now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking wins now, yeah. I've been finally feeling like the man now. Working every day, I'm stacking bands now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking bands now, yeah. Working every day, I'm stacking bands now, yeah. Only making this, man, that's the plan now. Working every day, I'm stacking bands now, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I had to do some laid back, boom bap music for once. It's been a while since I spit some bars.
Yeah, I came up with no cash, so I came up with these raps. Made a profit off a song about a coffin, but I've been living good since I can finally pay the rent. I've been chilling, yeah, it's lit. Made 20K, then I dip. Baja Blast, what I sip. Yeah, you know I keep it grounded. Haters so astounded. Watching me achieve like everything in my beats bouncing. Yeah, I had a rocky come up, but working until the sun up. Let me down my path to victory. Watch me tap into my G. Watching all my homies eat. Back to back, I keep it go. Never sleep, I catch those Z's, yeah. If you need me, I'll be in my spaceship. Money ain't the language. We in this to vanquish. This ain't entertainment. This is how we live. This is how we live a life. This is how we live. On that young Obi-Wan, yeah. I'm that young Obi-Wan.
Hi everybody, how's it going? How's everyone's day going? I'm realizing the song is replaying, so we're gonna skip that one, or is it? I don't know if that was the same one. Welcome to the live stream. We're back again. It's been a week. It's been a crazy week, big week, but I don't know how big this week of Dynamite is, but we're gonna go through it no matter what. We're gonna talk graps as we always do. Make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't. I see we got some of the usuals in here. Shout out. We got Suns and Shadows, of course. Welcome to the stream. And then I'm not gonna fail to pronounce your name, but hey, second's not too bad, eh? Second's not too bad. Shout out Suns for being first though, but yeah, I don't know about this week of Dynamite. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't really know what we're gonna talk about. But there's always stuff going on in Graps. There's been a ton of stuff lately, honestly. Because I was having to catch up. I've been trying to catch up this week. I've been trying to get through all the graps, all the international stuff, all the American TV stuff, and good God, there's a lot. So if you guys are interested in talking about that, we sure can. Honestly, I get this Dynamite card is not the, best looking on paper, and I will 100% get on board with that. I kind of agree with a lot of those people saying that, but it's not that bad. It could be worse. I've seen worse. If anyone doesn't know who's here right now, when I first watched Dynamite, when my first episode of Dynamite I ever watched was main evented by Dustin Rhodes and Nick Comoroto. So if that doesn't tell you anything, then, there's been worse. It's been worse before. So, yeah, I think it'll be a fun show. How you guys feeling about it? I know, got a few people in here. How you guys feeling? Let me know. Because I know people have been very varied on their opinions. There's been like, either you like it or you don't. It's kind of not really much in the middle. Especially people comparing it to like Raw card. They were like, this Raw card is awesome. Dynamite could never do this. Which it was for a little bit, and then they changed the matches. Oops. Alright. Let's get into the graps. Let's get into it. Brody Adam will be badass? Yes, it will. That's probably the highlight of the night, honestly. I'm excited for OC Trent, but we'll get into it. Brody Adam is definitely the hook for this. Definitely what you tune in for. Hopefully, I could see it maybe not main eventing, maybe opening, but I hope it main events. Or the Swerve and Christian Cage face-to-face. That's a big deal, too. That could main. But either way, we'll start down here at the bottom, as we always do. We'll hear from Serena Deeb. I'm sure she'll be cutting a promo about how she wants to win the Women's World title, and I'm going to be there for it because I have enjoyed a lot of her stuff lately. I've always been a pretty big fan of Serena Deeb since I've seen her in AEW, and I think her match with Tony has a pretty high ceiling, so I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm excited to see if Tony kind of puts her working boots on like she has lately. I think she needs to. But I think Serena's just kind of going to focus on going after the belt. Maybe we'll actually be able to hear her this time, unlike the promo she cut on Dynamite a few weeks ago at Daly's Place. Hopefully we'll actually be able to hear her this time. That would be more ideal. Yeah, let's see. Sons. Harley and Mariah used to be a tag team on the Indies. We'll see how well Harley is coming along, but my girl Mariah will probably win. Really? I actually had no idea. I knew that they were like friends and stuff. That was a pretty like well-known thing that they were friends. They've posted all about each other. Let's see. Mariah May and Harley Cameron. I hope her name was Harley Cameron, so I can actually do the cage match search. We're doing our best dumb guy live impression. Oh yeah, would you look at that? Oh yeah, I saw people talk about the Colton Gunn and Mariah May weird indie match. I do see this. She wrestled with Cassie Lee at some point in 2023. That's kind of crazy. Who knew? Valentino Rossi was on here. She's been wrestling. She wrestles a bit. Her first match was against Scarlett Bordeaux in 8 minutes. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we'll see. I'm not sure how good she is. I'm not gonna pretend like I know how good she is, but if she can kind of be serviceable enough and do what she's got to do, then hey, who knows? Demon Tony should be a banger. Sirens Fury is her name. That's kind of fire. That's a good name, especially the Sirens. They fit that vibe. Yeah, it should be a banger. I have high hopes for it. I wouldn't have had high hopes, but after the Azumi match, Tony's been kind of on her game again. So, yeah, I'm back in. I want to see her have a great match. She's got to build to that match with Mariah. Got to build, because that's gonna happen, and I hope Mariah beats her. Either way, Swerve Strickland will go face to face with Christian Cage. This should be a fun segment. I don't always love Swerve as a promo. I think he kind of has the tendency to just kind of lose track, and I don't know, it's a weird thing. Like he tells these like broad stories for all of his promos, and sometimes they don't connect, but when they do, he's good. And everyone knows how good of a promo Christian Cage is. I think that's pretty well established at this point. So I do hope the segment is good. I hope Christian has something in the chamber. I know they're probably going to talk about their he had something in the chamber last week that I thought was really good. But with Swerve having a chance to respond, I mean, I think this has some high ceiling. It has some high potential. Hopefully it goes well for these two. Let me see here. Hold on 1 second. Let me open this up. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Analytics. I wanted to see the analytics. Yeah, I think this has a pretty high ceiling as a segment. He gets super hot, then the follow-up for Swerve tends to drop. After Christian watch, Swerve will heat back up. I think Swerve should, this is a big test, I feel like, for Swerve, to be honest, and Swerve should be able to stay hot with this feud, because Christian is the kind of guy you can just bounce heat off of really easily. Swerve is the kind of guy who can, I think he has enough rapport with the fan base to where they'll support him in a face-to-face with Christian. But yeah, I think he has to do well in this promo segment. I think it's a really big deal. I'm not going to sit here and say it's make or break. It definitely isn't, but I do hope he does well, because it's a big deal to do well. You're in a promo segment against Christian. He's the number one heel, honestly, at this point. He's up there. So you kind of have to have that babyface fire, and I hope he does here. But I do agree. I would be happy to be wrong here. Yeah, I think a lot of people that feel that way would. I completely get where you're coming from, honestly, because there's like Swerve, he kind of has these big moments, and then he cools down a bit. I kind of remember him doing that with a lot of his matches last year. It would be like really good, and there'd be a lot of support for him after and before, and then it would just kind of slowly fade, and then there'd be a match, and he'd heat back up again, and yeah, I completely get where you're coming from, but I think when you're in there with a guy like Christian, it has to be good, and you're the world champion now. We don't have time. We don't have room for any more of that, but I have high hopes. Next up, Kenny Omega, the EVP Kenny Omega. That's interesting that they're specifically putting that on the graphic. We'll have an important announcement. I think we get a new GM here, to be honest. I think we get a new on-screen figurehead of AEW, because I think Kenny wants to be on screen. I don't know if he can wrestle. He was taking bumps like he could wrestle. I mean, he took a huge one off the stretcher, which looked like it hurt like shit. He landed on like his arm on concrete. Ow. But yeah, I do think we get a new on-screen authority figure for the first time ever in AEW. I think it should be a part of it. Or he's gonna announce that he's putting together a team, and we're gonna go after the EVPs, the Young Bucks, and we're gonna go after the Elite, I should say. I think it's either gonna be one of those two things. I would be on board with both of them. I think this is probably the thing maybe most excited about, because I love Kenny Omega. So this might be my highlight of the show, to be honest. Here, let's. All right, we have the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho and Big Bill. Reinstating Hangman. Ooh, that's a good call. That's a good shout. I could see that happening. See, the problem is I don't know what Hangman was out with. Like, people said it, like, it was reported that it was something family related, so I don't think anyone really knows, but I don't really know what he's out with. I hope he's back. I hope he is. But I'm not too sure that he'll be involved in any of this, but I hope he is, again, because I think he would add a lot, and there's a lot of depth in that, but a part of me doesn't really want Hangman to be part of an Elite storyline again. I kind of just want him to do his own thing for a little while. Yeah, so I'm kind of on the fence about it, honestly. Now that I'm like talking it through, I think that's kind of where I'm at with these streams sometimes. I kind of just talk things through and realize where I'm at as we go. But yeah, I think I kind of want Hangman to be on his own. Maybe in for a one-off kind of thing. That could be a thing. Personal issues, but just a wild guess. Faction tweener with Bounty Hunter and a solid tag team. Hey, I would be cool with that. I have posted on Twitter after that person, I don't know who it was who posted originally, but people went out and tweeted about the Bounty Hunter, Hangman, Bandito tag team, like trio. And oh, good God, I want it so bad, bro. I need that to be just like the cowboy faction. I need Hangman to lead his own faction. He doesn't have to feel like just a guy in the Elite. He's a leader of a faction. I think that would rule. I think they should do something like that pretty soon. And I don't know, they put a few steps to build to it, so I do hope we get something like that. That would be awesome. All right. Chris Jericho, the learning tree. Ooh, Bandito, nice. Yeah, he's a cowboy. He's got to fit. But yeah, we keep saying the name. I don't want to keep saying Chris Jericho's name, so we're going into it. The learning tree. Chris Jericho and Big Bill. Hey, Jericho might be getting us over, man. I don't know. I'm still on the I don't want to see Jericho anymore. I wish he'd go away. But I'm kind of like, he's not going to go away. I know that he's not going anywhere. I know that he's just going to be on TV, so I'd at least like him to do something has some heat or just has something behind it. So I'm not incredibly angry about it. I wish he would go away. I wish he would not be on my TV. But if he has to be, at least he's doing something I'm a little intrigued by. I don't know about Big Bill being in the team. It kind of just feels like another like Inner Circle kind of style thing. But Inner Circle was good, so I can't hate it too much. Well, it was good for a while. Not good the whole way through, but it had its moments. I don't know. Hopefully they kill some guys. Hopefully they murk some people. Who knows? He needs to take a cruise, and as someone who is on one of them, he just needs a vacation for a couple months. Yeah, he definitely needs a vacation. Like I said, I'm 100% on board with that. You went to a Jericho cruise? You were on the, what do they call his ship? They call it something goofy, but damn, you're on a Jericho cruise? Which one? Which one were you on? I'm curious. I would like to take a look at this card. I need to know what show you saw live. Was it like the first, second, or third? I think there's been 3. Let's see. Jericho cruise. On the Rock and Wrestling Rager at sea, maybe? They have a championship, and it's held by Michael Oku? Oh, that's fun, I guess. Oh, there's been a lot of Jericho cruises. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, there's been 4. There's been 4 Jericho cruises. Which one were you on? The first one, Rager at Sea. Okay, hang on. Rager at Sea. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's multiple tags on each of the nights. So we're going to point out some interesting moments on each of the tags, and you'll tell me which match you like the most. Chris Daniels was on this one. This was an ROH one. It was like fully ROH. Oh god. There's Flip Gordon was on this cruise. Oh, Hangman was here. Cheeseburger was on here. Hey, shout out. Young Bucks were on this cruise. This was before AEW, so this was like they were big in ROH and stuff. Sea of Honor tournament. Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh god, Marty Scurll was on here. Meltzer watched and rated a Flip Gordon Marty Scurll match, 3.5 stars. All right, on the Jericho cruise, baby. This one, oh, there was a Jay Briscoe Mark Briscoe match. Jericho was in his booking bag. Hold on, 3 3/4. Wow. And there was a 6-man tag Bullet Club, Cody, Kenny, and Marty Scurll versus Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks. 4.5 stars. Hey, 23 minutes. What? I didn't know Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea was a Hooper thing. I didn't know that was a whole big deal. There was a 4-star. Damn, Meltzer only watched and rated Flip Gordon matches. That's funny. Or mostly Flip Gordon. And then there was the 10-man tag of, it was, looks like Mario themed versus Team Impact Wrestling. Hell yeah. Rock on. Rock on. Go off, Jericho. That was one, was the Ring of Honor one, yeah. My wife got happy with Matt Taven sunbathing next to her. Oh. Matt Taven sunbathing on the cruise? That's kind of heat, I'm not going to lie. That's funny as fuck. Hey, shout out to your wife, Matt Taven, huh? Matt Taven, let's see. Matt Taven Jericho Cruise is probably a better look here. We can look what kind of bag Matt Taven was in. That's funny as hell. To be honest, all the wrestling was really good. Yeah, it seems fun, honestly. The first one definitely seems fun. I know they've started like putting like Danhausen and shit on him, so I don't know if he's like fully wrestling, but this looks like it was just like a wrestling tournament at sea, which kind of rules. So hey, can't be too mad at it, but yeah, hopefully Chris Jericho and Big Bill, hopefully they hurt someone or they do their thing. Hopefully Big Bill starts learning under the learning tree. She got to hang out with Dalton a little too, helped him navigate the ship. Wow, that's damn, that's lore. That's sick. That's really fun. You guys were knowing people on the Jericho cruise. You were the people. You were the guys people came to. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, we'll move forward with the matches. We got Mariah May versus Harley Cameron. I'm not gonna pretend to know how good Harley Cameron is of a wrestler. I will not say that she's bad. I will not say that she's good. But I like Mariah May quite a bit, so hopefully she can bring out something in her. Hopefully they can have a good one here. It's the only women's match. I wish there was another one. But it is what it is. Hopefully the match itself is good. That would be the most, that'd be the best part of this, hopefully. Not really. I was trying to, hold on. There's like a heart, and I don't want it to block. You were trying to, I'm assuming, meet Raven the whole time. So Raven was at sea as well. Huh. All right. Didn't meet Raven, I'm assuming? You didn't get to meet Raven? Or you did? I'm curious. Because I don't know. You met I feel like having a story where I met Raven at sea is fun. Oh, find. Okay, you're trying to find Raven. So he was hiding from you. Okay. Did he have a good hiding spot? Were you ever able to discover it? Curious. These are questions that need to be asked. Hey, how's it going, Thomas? Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. I don't know if it's weird that I still call you by your last name, but you're Thomas in this chat. Hey. I'm actually kind of interested in the Big Bill. He's got the look. I would really like to see more of him. I feel like he could be AEW's Kevin Nash. Look, I like Big Bill. I like Big Bill quite a bit. Well, he's got in shape after he got clean and stuff, and he worked through so much like personal struggle and stuff like that. I'm just excited. I'm happy to see him doing well. And I enjoyed his tag team with Ricky Starks. I liked it. So, yeah, I hope he can be something big in this. I don't know if he's going to be something big under the learning tree, but hopefully he does something good. Yes and no, not officially. Not officially, but I paid for his slot machine for an hour. So you fueled Raven's gambling addiction? Wow. It's very interesting. I don't know if that's an accusation. Did you fuel Raven? So here's basically what I'm getting from this. Sons and Shadows has fueled Raven's gambling addiction in 2018 on Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at sea. All right. Yep, that's the story we're running with. That's what it is. That's who you are. You're Raven's gambling fuel. Thomas, yeah, man. Speaking of Starks, seems like AEW are just leaving him out there to dry. I don't know. I kind of can see that too. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't mind Ricky Starks at all. I wish they gave him something fun to do, but you know what it is. You know what it is. I feel like we kind of know how they feel. Oh my God, we're playing Dallas. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my God, I was making you listen to really shitty music. All right, we're cutting off this music. I made you guys listen to a really shitty song for a minute. I'm very apologetic about that. I will turn off the music. I do not want that to happen again. He was hanging with a bunch of fans in the casino area. So you all were fueling his gambling addiction. He was just chilling. No. I'm sure he was just having a good time. Shout out to Raven. Quote the Raven nevermore. Yeah, I'm sure he was just having a good time. It's just, that's a crazy ass story to have in your bag that you were paying for Raven's slot machine. I think that's a crazy story to have. But really cool, honestly. But, as we say, we have Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta on this card. I thought they were going to hold this match back until Double or Nothing, but I'm not too sure what they have planned. I feel like there has to be something here because I still think this is kind of a Double or Nothing match, but I'm interested in it. I'm excited for it. I like both these guys a lot of the time. I have like this weird thing with Trent Beretta where I kind of like him quite a bit. It's really weird. He like doesn't like, he's just a pretty like above average wrestler, but I don't know, something about him sticks out to me. Yeah, hopefully him and Orange Cassidy can have a good one. I feel like we're probably going to get shenanigans in the end here, but hopefully they do something good here because this is a big selling point of this card. This match has to be good. I think it's going to be the opener. So they got to have heat. They got to be wrestling hard. But I kind of have a feeling they will. I will always say that a Stark should have been the guy for Collision. It seemed like they were setting that up, but never came about. Yeah, they definitely were setting that up. I was at a lot. I've been to a lot of Collisions. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it definitely like seemed like Ricky Starks was kind of going to be the centerpiece of that with Punk. But once Punk left and once Punk stopped running Collision, it felt like they just didn't really have anything for him. I think it was Punk who probably had a lot of ideas for him and probably really liked Starks. And I don't know if Tony does that much, or I don't know. I really don't know why. I thought they were going to do something with him after the Bryan Danielson match, which I thought was fucking awesome. But they just haven't. It does suck for him. Watch Ricky reappear at Double or Nothing. I could see it. I would be happy to see it, honestly. I don't know when his contract is up. I know a lot of people have been speculating him to go to WWE, but I heard I think it was AO, Wrestle Purist, say that he probably wouldn't get as much shine in WWE as people think because he's a shorter wrestler. He's a smaller guy. And I kind of agree with that, but if AEW isn't using him, then it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to be too mad at the guy for leaving. They're not using him as much. Yeah, I could see him going after Double or Nothing. Hopefully he challenges for some belt or... No, actually, I just hope he gets in a fun storyline. Hope they just give him something to do. I don't even need anything crazy. Don't understand why the Trent match is happening. I feel like they need a screwy finish, and I need more promo time for Trent. I kind of agree with you. That's, I suggested it'll probably be a screwy finish, probably something going on, because I thought they were just going to hold the match, but I guess not. I think Trent has a very believable character, kind of like, oh, Orange, you were keeping me in your shadow, and you always wanted to be the center of attention. You were just using us for all this stuff. I can definitely get behind that as a character. I think there's juice to Trent as a heel, and he's been in AEW so long. Like, I get him wanting to do something different. I get him wanting to go solo. But there is a match on here that isn't on screen but was announced: Jay White versus Rocky Romero. Honestly, I could see Rocky teaming with Trent. I know that's like a big thing. They have their own team. I really want to see that team. I really want to see that. But if Trent wants to do a solo thing, then Trent wants to do a solo thing. I think there's some juice behind this match. Definitely a screwy finish. Probably going to happen at Double or Nothing. Probably going to have a stip. That's what I hope. They should have put the TNT title on him and made him feel a heel face of Collision. I would definitely agree. I love Christian's TNT title reign, so I'm not so mad at it, but he definitely needed something. I really wish he would have been the face of Collision. I think that would have worked out pretty well for him. He was in a good spot for a while there. Love that Don Callis Orange angle wherever it goes. I forgot about that until you're mentioning it. I'm intrigued by this. I think a lot of people were kind of assuming that Trent was going to be the guy for Don Callis family, but I know there's not as much juice behind it, and there's not so much like explanation why is Orange teaming with or going along with a guy who's like evil in kayfabe and all this other stuff. But hey, Orange is kind of down on his luck right now. He always goes a little crazy when he lost the international belt. So I do see something behind that. I hope they do more of that, because I think Trent wants to be a solo guy, and if he's not a solo guy, I want him with Rocky Romero. So Orange Cassidy going in the group instead, I'm fine with that 100%. Hell, they could even have Starks versus Copeland since there's already history there. There's definitely some history there. I would be down for that match. I feel like Trent has a good heel factor to him. Like, he feels like a modern day man who is self-serving but wants to be seen as a good guy. Yeah, I think he's kind of that's a good way to frame his heel character. I think he is kind of he's a selfish guy who acts like he's been wronged. Like, he's a selfish guy who wants it all for himself, but he kind of pretends like other people have been holding him back and keeping him from that. I think that's an interesting angle to go at. We should honestly just talk about it now. We have the Swerve Strickland versus Rocky Romero match. I think that's going to be a really fun match. That'll be fun. Rocky, if anyone hasn't seen Rocky work heel in CMLL, you should definitely go see it because it's awesome. So I hope Rocky does get to go heel in AEW and stuff like that, because I think he's just better suited for that. I think it would just do more for him as a character and as an on-screen kind of guy. Trent's got that fake nice guy feel to him. Yeah, a little bit. He pretends, he's been part of the best friends forever, but he was never really he always didn't look like a best friend because, he looked like a grizzled guy and all this other shit. Yeah, I definitely see that. A Drew McIntyre style character, yeah, for sure. Hey, we got some good Trent praise in here. Shout out Trent. He's awesome. I'm a big fan. But we should talk about the main event. Why not just get right to it? The TNT champion, Adam Copeland, is putting his belt on the line versus Brody King. This is the selling point of Dynamite. This is what you get people to tune into. I don't give a fuck who knows Brody King. I think this match is going to be awesome. Copeland has been saying he wants to work differently. He wants to try new things. And I think this is a great way to do it. He's going to sell hard for this big guy. He's probably going to make him look really good. Brody's probably going to beat him down. All this good shit. And I'm really excited for this match. I think it's going to be quite good. I did not like Adam Copeland's match last week. Why the fuck was it so long? So hopefully they learn from that and make this kind of just like a 15-minute, nothing too crazy. Makes it a nice little main event where they play with the size difference. I know Adam is pretty fucking tall, like kind of sneakily tall, but there's definitely a big size difference. I hope they play around with that. I hope Brody beats his ass for a while, and I hope Adam is able to do his work from underneath babyface as well as I know he can. Yeah, Trent kind of reminds me of the guy from How I Met Your Mother. Which guy in particular? See, I'm a little younger. I don't know too much about How I Met Your Mother, but you give me a name and I'll look at it. Like when you look into him, you realize he's just a man baby who can't make up his mind. I could see that. Look, you got a good angle here. I'm intrigued by this angle you're going with. I think you're kind of on it. I'm sold on Copeland versus Brody match. Yeah, I know a lot of people are. I think if you're not excited for that match, then I'll give you a little bit of a side eye. I know Sons and Shadows was excited for it too. They were talking about it earlier. So, yeah, that match is gonna be awesome. I think that'll probably be AEW's first spreadsheet match of the year or the month. Sorry, not the year. Holy fuck. Spreadsheet match of the month. Yeah. Last week was not good with Copeland, so I think he's kind of going to learn a few things and hopefully get back to what he's good at. Get back to doing what he's best at kind of thing. So, yeah. Dynamite. I'm intrigued by a few things. I'm intrigued on where they go. You know, a lot of the time when these Dynamites look very slim and don't look too exciting, I know it's a long-told thing, but they always end up better than what they look like. So I do hope we get that sort of feel here. I hope the promos deliver. I hope we have a lot of focus on, building up to Double or Nothing. It's only 2 weeks away, I'm pretty sure. So got to get going with this. Got to get going. So yeah, we're probably going to end it pretty soon. I do have a few things to attend to before Dynamite. So get in these last second chats and we'll read them out. Get any last second questions, anything you want to know. I'll answer pretty much everything because open book kind of guy, But yeah, probably a few minutes we'll get out of here. Let's see. All right. I like AEW because they can produce alternative storylines if they tried more, like Trent being a nice guy heel, Jack Perry being a fake scapegoat. Yeah, I wish they kind of... A big thing with me about AEW storylines is I don't feel like they kind of delve into like the meat of them as much and like delve into the history as much as they should. Specifically, I remember mentioning that when talking about Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong. I think they could have delved into that history a little bit more and made that just have a little bit more weight behind it. I wish they would do more of that, just more often, because I feel like it helps a lot of their matches, and it's the reason why there's not so much juice behind these matches, even though there can be. But yeah, with that being said, honestly, I think we're probably... Oh, we might get out of here. Hold on. Let's take a look here. We'll recommend some matches for you guys. If you guys haven't, I know not everybody's watches internationally, all this other stuff, watches all the wrestling they can. But if I could recommend a few matches here that I've seen in the last week. Shingo Takagi, Gabe Kidd. I thought that match was awesome. Everyone watching my channel knows I love Gabe Kidd, so that match was so sick. El Io del Dr. Wagner Jr. defending his GHC Heavyweight Championship versus Kaito Kiyomiya. I thought this was a match of the year contender. It was awesome. Paced to perfection. It was fantastic. I love that one. And the last one I'll recommend is Miyu Watanabe versus Shoko Nakajima. I think that match was fucking awesome too. I know I'm not saying much different other than awesome, but yeah, also paced super well, built super well into the finish. A lot of their exchanges were so smooth, and they played off the story really well between the two. I have a lot of fun with that. Exactly, want more meat. I know a lot of people, I feel the same way. Kyle and Roddy injury, the fact they're friends for decades. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I wish they would have tapped into more. But hopefully we get some juice on that sort of front tonight. Hopefully Dynamite looks better than how it looks on the card. Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're going to be back this Saturday dropping a new video. For the people that are in here, it'll be a new video. Let me make sure I get the title right, just so I can give you the real scoop. Wrestlers and social media is a complicated relationship. We're going to talk about exactly that. So hopefully you guys are interested in that sort of thing. Hopefully get hyped for all that good stuff. I think it's going to be a good video. I'm putting together, get working, we're cooking. Let's see here. You could have had Roddy come out there and cut a promo about how he was scared for Kyle's health, and that's why he wants Kyle in the kingdom. That would be awesome. See, that's what I mean. Tap into the juice. You got all this meat. You gotta carve it. You gotta really delve deep, because I feel like that sells a match so much better than just saying it's gonna be good. But the match ruled. That match was really good, and that's what I mentioned. I remember talking about it. The match kind of overcame it because the match itself was so good to me. But yeah, they definitely could have made it hit a little bit harder and probably gotten the people in the building a little more amped for it. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. A little bit shorter than the other streams, but hey, you gotta leave while it's hot. Gotta leave while it's hot. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we'll be back next week for another pre-show live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed Dynamite, and peace to you all. Much love.